Greetings, prop makers of the world and furniture builders, because that's what we're doing today. Today we're going to be going about building a display case for this Castlevania whip. And I designed this a few years ago, and it's been kicking around my house for far too long, just kind of sitting loose. And it's a really hard thing to display without a specific case. So I decided to go ahead and build one. Now, of course, you'll find the template down below for this lovely coffin-shaped display case. It's Castlevania. It has to be made as a coffin. But when you see this next time, you're going to actually see an option for shelves. So if you don't want to do the whip, you can still make an awesome wall-hanging display cabinet, which that's up to you. Anyways, first thing is this is built to be cut out of one single 5.5-inch piece of lumber. 5.5 by 1, which is technically it's 1 by 6, but the actual dimensions is 0.75 by 5.5. Now you're going to go and cut these into 2.5-inch strips. You'll have a little bit left in the middle, but that's okay. Once you've got it down to the 2.5-inch strip, you'll have something that looks like this. Then you want to set your table saw and knock a 3/8 inch deep by 3/8 inch wide cut out of the back. You can see here cut because I want to make sure I cut the same side each time. Anyways, this will give us the spot to have the inset for our wood at the back. Once you got here, you are now going to go through and cut all of these angles. Now what I did is, you can see on the end caps, I labeled which angle it was, so there's no confusion. Even labeled right and left on some of them, just to ensure that I've got the right one. Anyways, I'm going to get to assembling this. And I'll be back once it's together and we'll talk about it from there.
Now, if everything has gone according to plan, you're going to end up with a really nice looking wooden frame for a coffin. And on the back, you'll have the notch ready for some wood, well, whatever you decide to put into it. Now, what you're going to do is you're going to take this and you're going to put this onto whatever backer board you want. You can use wainscoting, you could use, I'm using, I think this is mounted density fiber board, stone board. Anyway, it's 1/4 inch. And what you want to do is you want to put it down and then trace around the whole thing. What's that going to do? It's going to give you a line of which you want to come in 30 seconds. Or if you go 3/8 and just add like one little tiny notch, that's the best way to go. This will make sure that when we cut this out, it fits inside there beautifully. Anyways, I'm going to go cut this out. I'll go over that after. Here it is, all in place. And you can see it fits in gorgeous. If your cut or shape is not exactly perfect, it doesn't matter, because that ledge hides all the imperfections, character, that you would have. Now, I'm going to be covering this in felt later, so that kind of goes off to the side. Now we're going to go work on how the actual whip is held in here, and I'm going to start with a 5.5 by 5.5 inch square, which is going to be what's going to hold the whip, and then we're going to talk about how to do this. And somewhere in there, I'm going to be staining this, so just if I come back and it's stained, that's what I did. I stained it. See you in a few. Now you'll see that I've got this all covered up with the red felt. This is just double-sided red felt that you can buy from Amazon or your craft shop. It works really well because once it's on, it's not coming off. And here, I took a 5.5 by 5.5, so pretty much just a offcut from a 2x6 or a 1x6. Gotta get right here. And I had these pegs sitting around. You can buy them at most hobby stores. Heck, I think you can even find them on Amazon. I don't know, but any kind of peg like this is going to work. And what I did is I just spaced it out when I put the whip in here to make sure it sat pretty good. We're going to have to see how it works out. Anyways, this is going to go from here, and it's going to mount onto there. Now, the trick here is you're going to have to get this thing stuck down. And in reality, you can glue it first, and then from the back side, put in a screw or two just to hold it down nice and snug. But then it'll at least allow you to get your positioning right. Now I'm going to go through and using some, what is this? I can't even see that. There we go. Early American. It's a darker stain. I'm going to age up this frame just to make it look a little bit more interesting. And Same with this. I'm going to use a little bit of, we'll do raw umber today. I'm going to dry brush around the edges. And once this is in, I'm going to dry brush around that to make sure that it's a really good look and feel to get the age up a bit. Anyways, now everything is nailed down, glued down, and fixed. When you put this in, eyeball it before you because depending on how these pegs sit on the actual whip, it may cause it to go a little bit, crooked. So just got to make sure that everything's good there. Now, you can see here that I put in a couple nails. This is your final presentation. If you're doing this exact thing, is up to you. But you want to have, this is for the chain, so I have something to drape it on so it doesn't just fall down. Up here, you can see that the nails are almost horizontal because you have to play with gravity and you want something to hold. And this is just an eye loop to hold the ball. And then I used a brad nailer to nail this back on. And you can see here the ochre that I did on the dry brushing really makes that look nice and aged. So now I'm going to go get the whip in and I'll show you the final result.
And thus finishes up our beautiful display. And, this is a really neat way to present your knickknacks and your Halloween type stuff, or anything really, because it looks really good when you're done. One of the things you'll notice is right here, I 3D printed some elements. I'll include them down below, so if you have a 3D printer, you can print those. But regardless, don't feel you have to put a whip in here. I did this because I really wanted to have this display. But you can literally do whatever you want to make this thing exactly what you want it to be in terms of shape, in terms of size, everything. This is just a guideline. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed the Belmont whip case. I'm so happy this is done now, and have a good one all.